Previously on Saving Throw.
So this thing, it's a crystal, for sure, absolutely. But there's something profoundly off about it. As you take the scraps and put them in your hand, even now broken, they are like buzzing with magic potential.
The study of creating crystals out of nothing, or at least less than what it takes to make them, it's been a goal of every magical scientist as long as I've been alive, but nothing ever took, nothing ever worked. Philo Carmire, pulling the magic out of the air as it burst, Philo managed to convert that magical potential into a crystal, a new type of crystal, but it was wrong. If what you're saying is true, and you opened up the casket, and it wasn't ready yet, and it brought you here, that means that I'm running out of time. I have to ask you both to do something for me. I need you both to protect the Dree. And Vessler interjects. He wants to use Dame as bait. And the prince nods. I want to use Dame as bait. Outside of the windows, Rontmar.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
May I introduce the Shatterers to all of you in attendance.
Oh, motherfuckers.
5 damage. And they're gonna stunning strike your ass. So
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Table have turned, human. Speaker, you have a rat problem. And now our heroes head off on their next adventure in Saving Throw, Cracks in the Foundation. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Saving Throw. Sorry, let me be a little more precise. The 2-year anniversary of Saving Throw, motherfuckers. I'm Chris. I'll be your dungeon master. And hey, we did this for 2 years. Get Ben. I'll fucking kill you. Ian Gibson, who told us 2 years ago it was a terrible idea to start a D&D podcast months before D&D hits its peak SEO of all time, and it's still climbing, baby.
Hell yeah.
I'm joined by our party, which includes Zach as Alistair Noble.
That's me.
Elise as Win the Turtle.
Hello, hello.
Prij playing Ashbal Ranmarans.
Good evening, everyone.
David as Junver Many Shields.
And my many shields.
And Jason playing Kyron Hemlock.
I fucking forgot what Zach said. Hello, good evening. I got too many shields.
No.
I wasn't paying attention.
2 years later.
Is over.
I should have just yelled mustard.
If you like this show, you can watch it recorded live on Twitch and YouTube, or catch the edited version on our YouTube channel or podcast platforms. And if you want to support us, the absolute best way is our Patreon, which you access to all kinds of rewards across all of our different shows, including being an NPC in this very show. And for 10 currencies, you can be included in this following Patreon song.
Mercury marks the jester, cut a hall into Sofino. Name of Logan, no wall, Jack Warner, Captain Malik, Urban, Andy Cosmo, Leprechaun, Jacob Bell, Crimson, Chrissy, Victor, Alexander, Shadow, Navi, Soul Masters, BBC, Ward, and Riser, Charlotte Tiller, Mr. Mocha, Strawbreaker, Desert Boy, Mensch, Margot, Blood, Brick, Rat, Witch, Tower, Cabination, Anarchy, Catch a Traveling in a Box, and Snowcat, Fancy McNichol and Mr. Woody, plethora of penguins who needs to sleep, a lay activist ever entropy, J Night Wing, a cheese and TV, the trap before time 8 and ATD, Maho Stars, Red Crest, Chosen 10, Mickey, AC Corona, JC Fox and 10, Nino Era, Lil Ghost on Ruby, John Osh, King, Kyron, and Morality, HSM. Guff, Goldwyn, Selfaria, Hannah's Bananas, Lord Byron, Siegfried, Norman Smart, Outland, Squad Cobbler, Haruka, Naomi, Les, Sheberstein, Cynthios, Hannah, Fluffy, Senpai, Honey, Sparrow, Elijah, Slide, Hannah, Pink, Zachary, Guzman, Mr. Gavin, Process, Amelia, Newman, Conjuring, Scribes, Neil, Croissants, Villa, Reds and Wood, Ginkgo, and Sibylla. What more can we do for our patrons' access?
we're back. Also, because I said that I was gonna do it, I actually did it.
He did it.
If you go to etsy.com/shop/SaveDataTeam, you can buy the Saving Throw tee.
And you can drink your saving throw tea.
With the Saving Throw mug, which on the other side also says, "Don't talk to me until I've watched the entirety of the hit podcast Saving Throw."
I need this mug so desperately.
Yeah, I will. I'll make sure you get one, Chris. I'll make sure you
Thanks,
get one.
dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be unbearable with that on work calls. Now, let's get back to some Dungeons and Dragons, and this is usually where we do the award-nominated segment, I'm pretty sure we partied, but it's the 2-year spectacular, the save-tacular even. So I have to pivot here and ask you all, not your characters, your favorite moment or arc of the hit podcast Saving Throw so far, so years 1 and 2. Where would you like to go, please?
I feel like the one that stands out to me the most when you broached this question would be the scene in like Arle's cabin or whatever. Like, I feel like a lot of us were gonna say that, but that was like the
memory sequence.
That was like the first. No, not the memory. The bit where all of us like. It was a dark room and we all came together and then like we first saw Arle inside the thing and then she dropped us into the cells.
Oh, it's at her house.
Yeah, like every one of us did something like unique and like relevant in that scene. And then like I know I did the Goose Everson disguised person and like confronted her and got a good thing. Yeah. And like that was like the moment where it felt like it all really clicked, like we kind of all found our characters and our strengths.
That was mine too. But just to have a new one, I think the end of that arc, where I multi-classed and got a nice little sequence, thanks to Chris, of connecting with RLA afterwards.
Gonna pay off huge, I tell ya.
I mean, it's paid off quite a bit so far. So.
Huge, I tell ya.
I think the biggest one from that arc, I'm surprised we all picked different pieces of that arc, but I thought it was the part where we were going through RLA's memories and like living through like the different sections and like Chiron having the visceral reaction to some of them and just like, and just learning. I think that was kind of one of the big, kind of a lore dump section, but done in a way that it didn't feel like a lore dump.
It was smart.
Somebody commented on that episode at some point saying like this is a very interesting way of making sure the party internalizes like 4 key pieces of fucking information, which is what I was going for. So that's good.
But like what I liked about that is like we all had very different reactions and having us like figure out sort of puzzles to keep moving through it made it like interactive too. So yeah, I thought that section was really cool.
Just testing your media literacy.
Did we pass?
Yes.
I was
the other one I had on my list was just this was I think a couple episodes, but like the entire speaker into meeting TL the first time was just all very good in a bunch of different ways. Couldn't have 2 years of saving throw without Raz.
He's got a lot of lines in the show.
He's got a lot of lines in the show.
My favorite part of saving throw is when Raz said meow.
What's funny is I was watching a VOD of like the thing I just mentioned, like the speaker into TL, and like Raz was sitting in his hammock, and then Raz heard himself on my speakers, and then like shot up because he's like, "There's a fucking cat," and I'm like, "It's you, dog.
It's you. The cat is you.
You stupid idiot."
In spite of everything, it's still you.
It's still cat.
Jason?
Mine is probably the in-between party, the short arc, the party scene, where
that's up there for me too.
That was really good.
we have Well, selfishly, we learned a lot about Chiron because of the scene with oh my god, Darme, yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite bit of roleplay in the whole fucking show.
I know that scene was really good. You crushed it, Jason and Chris.
So, yeah,
Darme was like
the party scene with the Darme scene and everything. After that, even a little bit bleeds into it all. So
the hug is also a really nice moment.
Yeah.
Also, just in general, I think Alistair and Chiron's like relationship developing from like rivals to friends is
all
so
of y'all's
good.
banter is very good.
Yeah.
I feel like we've gone from. Thanks, Raz. Appreciate that. I feel like we have really advanced from all kind of like being adversarial at times.
Yeah.
There's
So,
still a bit of that.
Oh yeah, no, Alistair definitely
that's what I was gonna say.
gets
is,
Ash's ire a lot.
I feel like it's less adversarial and more like ripping each other at this point, though. Like it doesn't feel as intense. Sometimes it's just like fucking Chiron being Chiron, or.
At first, so I was considering saying the first ever combat, the assault on the pirate HQ, just because I think it went so hilariously wrong in every possible way.
It's awesome.
That I thought was like, I know we weren't intending for it to go that badly, but it very much felt like this is 5 heroes who had barely passed on their first mission.
Yeah.
We incidentally screwed it up in such a perfect way that it felt very like we had planned to fuck it up, and I thought it was really good. But my actual answer was going to be the horse punch.
Horse punch is very good. Horse punch was
also because of that. It's more than just that, because that entire scene, Chris definitely did not intend for us to stop the speaker there.
No.
We had to punch a horse and counterspell like a level 7 teleport for that to happen. And I recall that being really fucking funny because it was very clear that wasn't supposed to go like that.
My favorite moment and arc is the whole Strainmar sequence, particularly starting at the speaker talking to the crowd, into the horse punch, into our combat with TL, because that was the point where I realized I need to steer this ship differently, aka I need to steer the ship less and just let y'all fuck around, because like at the time I was furious. I was like I gotta make a fucking comment on the fly and do all this bullshit, but like listening back to it I was like, this is just good D&D. Like this is he fucking outran a horse. Yes, that's what this fucking game is about.
I just love that. Like that's the only time, Chris, where I think I've seen us do something that just made your face drop. Just like
also the sequence of Wynn being the rat and TL saying you have a rat problem. I was like, that's chef's kiss. It was good.
And that was all improv too, because you weren't supposed to be TL.
Yeah, it was all. Wait, we weren't supposed to be TL?
Like not right then.
Damn.
Not like that.
Wow.
Hey, I'll break the story a little bit. Speaker wasn't supposed to die right there.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Shit.
Good job, guys.
That'll come back.
That hurts John for deeply.
You'll understand later. Don't worry.
I'll tell you when
the joke answer I wrote down was Junver fucking up literally every single stealth fight we ever tried to do.
Yeah.
Literally from episode 1 to the most recent big fight in the Young Solar.
We'll see how that goes today. Anyway, now that we're all fresh on 2 years of saving throw, where were we? Oh yeah! It's time for a reverse heist.
Reverse heist time.
Hell yeah.
Previously on saving.
We're going to put gold into a vault.
Yo.
and we'll break the economy. That'll learn them. We'll cause hyperinflation.
Hell yeah.
Previously on saving throw, a lot happened, but we learned about a failed shipment of spawn, evil creatures born of the Sky Eater's whole scene, that was supposed to be delivered to right here, the city of Adelmar. And the alleged recipient, one Philo Carmire. Hey, shout out to patron Philo. Philo Carmire, a name that means really nothing to most people, but specifically to Ash, who explained to our party last time we heard this name. Philo Carmire is the alleged inventor of these non-naturally occurring crystals. like the one currently sitting in Ash's pocket, the one which is the same one that Jones used to shoot, the one that they attempted to steal Darmay's magic with, and the ones that are at some level involved in TL's whole bit.
If we ever meet, it's on site. And by it, I mean a conversation and discussion about science.
I mean, advanced sharing of notes.
We're going to share so many notes, and then I'm going to punch him.
Philo Carmire, the mad scientist, who was explicitly forbidden from continuing this research into, non-magical crystals or, non-naturally occurring crystals, and promptly thrown into prison for continuing said research.
Damn.
Of course.
And Philo Carmire, who was sprung from prison by, well, we're not entirely sure, and the same Philo Carmire, who very well may have been on that same ship that went missing from the Bright Harbor port all the way back in Act 1. Dark Times Bright Harbor. So, back with Marin, Vestler, and Darmay, we hatched a little scheme. We have the flight dispatch, manifest, whatever you want to call it. We have the delivery location. Let's deliver their fucking cargo. But instead of delivering spawn, let's deliver ourselves. And we devised our little reversed heist here. Pose as the airship crew, deliver the package, and then start punching and arresting anyone that is either A, a shatterer, or 2, involved in a stupidly dangerous and illegal black market monster transport scheme.
Sick.
So, we know what was on the ship, we know where it was going, and we know who was supposed to pick it up. And if we're going to fake it until we make it, we have everything we need except the actual airship. Enter our accomplice in all of this, Sahia Shrimari. Sahia, daughter of the Duke of Adelmar, Kadaib Shrimari, shout out to Kadaib, is a friend of the family, I guess, having last helped us with our little sneak into the Ondal estate before our last run-in with the Shatterers, an event that, on paper, she had absolutely nothing to fucking do with, Your Honor. She wasn't even in the dining room, Your Honor. She was checking out the cheese platters. But yes, Sahia, who is here to sort out our airship situation. God, this music is so fucking loud. Who is here to sort out our airship situation and assist with our reversed heist. Sahia, who, just looks so excited to be here and be involved. So, the young noblewoman begins. Reverse heist?
Reverse heist. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
How do you want to go about this, I guess? Where do you want to start is the way I should pose.
It's the beginning.
Go, you don't want to in media res this shit?
That'd actually be sick.
Alistair, your parents are rich-ish, I guess. Could we have an airship? Ask him if they have an airship.
I thought she's providing the airship.
We
already had the airship.
Let's do 2 airships.
Great thing.
They will never see it coming.
How many towers does the city have?
Oh my Christ.
We need that many airs.
Our second airship has hit the party.
Yeah, if you're asking about the airship. Right this way! Sahia speaks too loudly, probably, as she leads you all deeper into the port side of the city, where countless sailors and airship crew move about, talking, making deals, loading, unloading cargo. A whole industry of people already well at work before the sun is even, fully up for the day. Sahia continues. Father says over 100 airships come in and out of port a day, so one extra ship shouldn't be too easy to notice. And she gestures to a ship resting in one of the port's docking slips, with a handful of sailors bringing metal crates onto the ship. And this is ours. Sorry, it's a bit military looking. It wasn't easy to procure one that didn't have, the family emblem on it.
I'm not gonna lie, Miss Shrimari. After your last run-in with us, I'm surprised you're even letting us into your city.
It's fair.
Not that we don't greatly appreciate it. I'm just surprised. It went really badly, if you don't remember.
Really? I thought it went pretty good. We saved Darmay and we helped people.
Yeah, you also did get fucked up.
Aren't you the lovely optimist?
Worth note, she is the granddaughter of one of the original heroes, so her blind heroism is probably concerning, but I get it.
It runs the family.
Yeah.
Who was she in the garden with when like everything went wrong in the garden?
Jennifer.
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she put on her Karen voice.
Yeah, that's right.
As you approach the ship, several of the sailors stop and turn to you all. A few of them like saluting Sahia, who clears her throat and gestures for them, like put their hands down. Oh, that's all right. No need. Thank you for your service. Have a great rest of your day. She begins like fast talking, rapidly like motions for them to depart, which they do with like a bit of confusion. And then she turns. I can't have people saluting me. I'm in disguise. Can I have a perception check from whoever wants to roll one?
18 plus 7, I think.
Holy shit.
25.
25?
You see everything.
What the fuck does she mean by disguise? She's dressed like a rich person in a port of like blue collar ass workers.
She's very disguised.
She's very disguised.
She looks like a different rich person.
Yes.
You're doing very
She
great.
probably is in disguise by a rich people standard.
She's got like the hoodie and the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm not like decked out with jewelry that's like worth more than people's houses. So,
You guys all board the ship, and hey, it's not like the same airship that KJ was operating, but you know, unless you're an airship expert, you're not going to really question it. The main thing of note is the 4 big wrought iron cages. They're not, once again, exactly like the ones that the Spawn were being transported in, but they are quite similar. Big metal boxes with a like grate on the front that you can peer into.
okay.
So, how do you want to run this whole heist? We have 4 cages that will hopefully look like the ones you found. We have a cart with the delivery company's mark on it. The ship would have had, let's see, 1 pilot and 2 crewmen. Ooh, can I be the pilot? I think I have goggles in my bag here.
Do you know
somebody
how
say
to
goggles?
fly? Shut up. Do you know how to fly the ship?
She does, but you don't need to fly.
Oh,
What do you mean?
Like in theory, okay, so to clarify, in theory, the delivery is done, quote unquote. Like, you know, the packages have been brought here, and like they will be coming to pick them up.
oh, okay, gotcha.
You just need to protect
Who has the flight like information?
What is it me?
Sounds like an ash
I
bomb.
was gonna say I feel like it's an Ash thing.
Was that handed to us at the guild?
Yeah, Vesta would have given it to you in all logic.
And
I
yeah,
think Vessler wouldn't have trusted any of us with the
Nope.
for Ash.
yeah, you know, if there was paperwork, I would have collected it too. This eraser on this mechanical pencil sucks.
Damn.
Basically, like the way the delivery works from the hold on, let me find the thing. So you guys are all posing as members of the Raina Day Shipping and Deliveries Company. When you need it delivered, rain or shine. Shout out to Picture of Flora for that.
That's really good.
So basically, like the instructions indicate that from here, like if you were to deliver it, you would notify the harbor master that, hey, we got the package, and someone from Jadestone Company would come down, inspect it, and then you would escort, like you would finish the delivery by bringing it to their HQ with them. And like it's door-to-door delivery, and that's it.
We're the last mile.
Basically, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think the plan was at least to have Junver in one of the boxes because his natural stealth sucks ass.
Does the paperwork say who like our first contact is there or no? Does it say like a specific person?
Yes. It has 2 like basically options for who's allowed to pick this thing up. One is Jadestone, like being the company, not like the individual who runs the company. Like a representative of the company can pick it up. And the other one is the reason we know this is sus in the first place is Philo Carmire.
Gotcha.
Well, one of the reasons I asked that is like, is it like we're dropping it off and we don't have to do much talking, or is it hey, we're here, we're gonna have to talk a lot?
They're coming here, right?
Standard like operating procedure would be that someone comes here, proves that they are who they say they are, and are allowed to take this thing, and then go from there.
I just had a thought, and this should have been obvious, but people at this port would, at least a few people, not like, you know, everyone, would know me.
they'd recognize me as a sailor, as a, maybe from before I was like professional, but I think if I came up as like, I don't know, maybe not captain, but helmsman or navigator on the ship, like posed as that, I could have people vouch for me. If needed.
I would say as part of like as easy as like some people here have to pass as sailors, Wynn's probably an easy choice.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean, airship sailor, not quite the same thing, but it's close enough.
I think you can make the career jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, just to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying, Chris. They're gonna send either somebody from Jadestone or somebody saying their Philo Carmine's gonna show up. We're gonna say, yep, here are the 4 crates you ordered, and they're gonna put it on a cart and take it away, and none of us are gonna go with them.
So
Probably.
procedure as company procedure would be that like if you're the Rain a Day delivery company, you guys are supposed to deliver it door to door.
So we
So
give
we'll
them
go
the
with
crates
it.
and then we take them with us to their place.
Yeah, and like the cart has y'all's company symbol, not y'all's company, you know what I mean? The company symbol on it. So like you guys should be bringing the cart all the way there, unloading it, and being like, pleasure doing business with you, and then fucking off.
Cool.
Except that we're not gonna fuck off and we're gonna reveal people.
All right, cool.
Well, the problem is though, they're expecting 4 crates of something. We have 4 empty crates. So the question is, are we going to try and grab whoever comes to pick them up and go from and use that person, like, threaten or charm that person? Or are we going to try and get them to inspect something, hope they only expect 1 crate that we can fudge? Because we're not going to be able to fudge 4 crates worth of shits. If we're trying to get door to door, our only chance is to potentially hope they only check 1 of them and see if we can fudge 1 crate to spawn. I think even that's tremendously unlikely.
Hey Chiron, how good's your major image or whatever? Or not Chiron, sorry, Alistair.
Oh, I mean, it can definitely do one of the. I can make a copy of one of the.
I feel like
You could just make.
if they're in the same spot, you can probably do all 4, right?
It's. I believe it's
It's like a
20-foot circle or something like that. Major
so, like,
image,
if they're
20-foot
all-
illusion cube.
Because at least the way I imagine it in my mind is all of these crates are gonna be on some kind of cart, right?
Yes.
But then they'll start moving them. They'll start moving them.
I mean, I can move the image.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like they'll be on some kind of cart. We'll have to have something covering them because like.
Yeah.
Even realistically, they wouldn't have the like wrought iron cages out in the open where people can see spawn being transported through the fucking city. So there's got to be something covering.
Yeah,
them,
as long as I'm within range of it, which is 120
Yeah,
feet,
and we're
I can
going
keep
with
it
it.
working. Yeah. Although it only lasts for 10
going with
minutes,
it,
so that could be an issue if they check it again.
It doesn't need to be because they're not gonna keep checking this.
No,
I mean, they
they're
might
not.
check it again when we get to the door. So maybe
Yeah.
you have to cast it
But
again.
that's where we need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but art spawn like loud too. Like after
I can make the sound.
When they're moving it. I know, but when they're moving it around, that's what I'm saying. When they're moving it around, though, they're gonna not. Once it's like 10 minutes has passed that they're doing the inspection
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, I can listen. I can make a minor illusion to make the sounds. Like,
Yeah, you can use a precedent.
I cantrip for that.
I would say another thing you could easily do to like make it, because like spawn are magical creatures, are pretty complex. You could do something with like Wynn using summon creature effectively, and then using an
Changing
illusion
image
on top of
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely
And one of
something
them
we can
has
do.
me in it instead of a summon creature, but
Oh yeah.
I didn't know we were decided on that.
I just think it's hilarious.
I think it's funny, but yeah.
I don't know what point it's.
I don't need to be in the cage.
Just make sure that whatever the contraption is on that specific cage, that you can just kick it open. Because I would love,
Yeah.
as funny as it would be for you to be
break
locked
the
in there.
cage.
Yeah.
I could probably just like get big.
I'm pretty sure with 20 strength, that guy could break out of the cage. Hopefully.
Hey, you see my
Remember, the
roll.
other option is we just grab the courier and see if we can force him to take us back to where he was going.
Or just pretend to be him. We have a guy who could literally disguise.
Well, then we don't know where he'd be going.
That's true too. Yeah.
Sahaya pipes up. Oh, I do.
Oh,
You
Oh.
know where You know where they're taking the crates?
Well, I know where their company is.
So as long as that's where it goes.
Yeah, there's a small
fine.
chance they take it somewhere different, though, right?
That's a good point. Right, because they're doing a scheme.
Yeah. No, hey, listen, I love where your head's at, so thank you.
How far?
Also, worth note that, like, according to the documentation, there should be 1 pilot and 2 crewmen, and currently there's more of you than that.
Okay.
Well,
Alright, so-
I'm not gonna be a crewman. I'll tell you right now.
Junver's gonna be in a crate.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be a
so-
crewman either.
I personally think the crew should be Wynn, Alistair, and Miss Shrimari.
She's like, yes.
I think Chiron and I should stay out of sight.
I can just be like a bush in the cabin.
Ashbot,
I was
He wants to use that combat flush so bad.
I could just be like a Kate, or I could just be a bush or like a fucking tree. Slaying down.
Ashbot, do you have any good hiding magic?
Fly?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Fireworks.
Not the best in the middle of a very populated city.
Would you like to be a monster?
Oh,
I was just going to stay out of sight and watch from a distance.
You could be a monster in a cage.
You're pushing this so hard. Ash, what was the rest of your plan? You went O.
Oh well,
Alright.
I also have Ravium's glyph ring.
just
Oh, sick.
I can know where anything is.
Which is currently on, I think, Darmeondal.
just
I would have deactivated it.
Yeah, that's
okay. All right,
I would have been stalking. I would have been stalking Darme for the last
You're like, man,
month and a half.
she goes to Chili's a lot.
she gets the samba class at 11 o'clock. Wow.
I know her whole schedule. And she also knows my whole schedule. It's very weird.
It's basically like leading a Wikipedia page on where they're gonna stand for 10 minutes and then sit. I could be like fine carpentry, like tapestry in like one of the fucking cages.
The one thing I would say is like this is a pretty busy port. If 2 of you were to try to like sneak around, it wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world. You just run the risk of being discovered, as with any stealth plan.
I'm gonna say, Chiron, you actually have good stealth. So
Flash has
I feel
silent feathers.
I also have good stealth.
How long do we have until they're supposed to show up?
I would say, like, okay, so here's like the full schedule basically. When the boat arrived, the fake boat that the Shrimari had planted here for our little scheme here, they alerted the harbor master that the arrival happened. So harbor master would then send a message to the Jason company, hey, your delivery is in, come
so
get
soon.
it. Soonish.
I know Miss Shrimari was really excited to be part of the crew. Given that a bunch of people outside saluted her, do we maybe want to not bring her with us? I know it's gonna make her sad. But...
At that, Sahi goes, oh right, and reaches into her pouch and fumbles around a bit before producing a small, roundish crystal disc. I've always wanted to use this, she mentions before running her thumb over the surface of the disc, which sparkles and alights in response, and she then brings the thumb up and brushes it across her face. First her lips, then her nose, eyes, and so on, and you watch as her face changes, just ever so slightly to look like, well, uncannily not like her own, like a lookalike of herself. Anyone else? She speaks as she offers the crystal item up for use.
I'm good.
Not my style.
I know this, but also you do wear a mask.
She's like, would it even work on him, or what's up with that?
Here's a question. Should I be somebody else? I mean,
Aren't you pretty like famous?
I don't know. Yeah,
No.
is anyone gonna recognize you?
probably not. I don't think Alistair himself, like if it was my dad, obviously, yeah, but I think because he's
Do you look like your dad?
Yeah, ish.
ish.
He looks more like its mom.
Yeah.
because he's an elf. He's an elf. That's how.
But yeah, I don't think anybody recognizing him by, like, just on the street. This is just an excuse for me to do another character voice, is what I'm asking.
Right.
I mean, that's your call, dude. I don't. I don't think you need to, but if you want to, I'm not going to stop you.
That's a good point. I could do a voice without changing my appearance.
Just don't,
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid.
You got it. Okay.
Again, my plan was to stay outside of the actual handoff and just kind of scout around, see if there's any, if the courier has backup or they have spies watching this. I just want to be on the outside, kind of scouting outside the actual handoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll just be like a pile of feathers in the cabin, and then I'll just wait there. And then
What cabin?
Like on the ship.
Yeah, on the ship.
Oh, okay.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, Alistair, Wynn, Sahia pose as crew. Junver in crate disguised as Monstar.
Yeah.
So, before we say this,
Okay.
Junver, would you like to be a Monstar?
I mean, what are you gonna do different from what Alistair is gonna do with the image?
I'm gonna turn you into a beast.
No.
Okay, well,
How?
Polymorph?
I will say the cages are the cages only have that little bit of front, right, to let light in.
Yeah.
So they are pretty fucking dark.
Yes.
That being said, it better be a good fucking disguise for them to realize it's not a fucking spawn.
Yeah, listen.
Are we gonna cast your image over me?
Yeah, Vin, save your spell slot. I'll do my major image.
Because we're gonna have to fill the other three cages anyway. So like, I feel like that's just wasting a spell.
I mean, honestly, my advice to you, Junva, would just be like, wherever the looking hole is, just hide under that. So when they look in, they just see the image I'm casting.
make a noise too.
Just put me in. And I'll be.
I mean, I don't think these cages are that fucking big, but like, yeah, that's fine. They can fit a Junver. Maybe you gotta put your shield in the one next to you, but you can have your bucklers.
Cool.
It's fine. Yeah.
All right. I don't want to spend too much more time on this. Are we?
Yeah.
All in agreement?
Do we have any questions for Sahia before I read a bunch of shit?
We know. I know we don't know we're going to attend there, but how far is Jadestone's headquarters? I know we don't know that if that's where they're going, but I'm just curious. How far is it?
Not too far. 10, 15-minute walk, probably. With a cart, maybe closer to 15.
All right. Thank you. Good to know.
And
Did Ash? Did I miss it? Did you put your ring stamp on me or something else?
I'm gonna put it on you.
sick.
Just in case things go really, really wrong, but we somehow have to separate.
Could Sasuke give us any information about like?
You say Sasuke?
Did you say Sasuke?
I said Saskia, which is also not her name.
No, you said.
You said
No, you
Sasuke,
said
bro.
Sasuke.
Oh, damn.
You said Sasuke, bro.
Could Sasuke? Yeah, damn. Well, did Sasuke know anything about the company that
Yeah,
might be
dude,
relevant?
Chris, where's Sasuke in this whole plan? What's Sasuke doing?
He's crossing out his fucking guild signet.
He's becoming an Avenger.
Wait, can we trade out one of the crates for a big barrel?
Can we trade up one of our crew members for Sasuke?
We don't have any spawn, but we do have Sasuke in a stinky barrel. Can we just do that instead?
Yo, saying there would be a hell of a different show if we had Sasuke on the team.
It'd be a worse one.
The TL retrieval arc.
Good.
So you're asking about the company?
Well, it's just like, do you know anything about like how these handoffs normally go, procedures, protocols, and Jadestone information that might be relevant for us trying to fake our way through this right now?
On the first part, on like, does she know about like trade and shit like that? What, are you fucking kidding me?
Cool.
No, she's a spoiled rich girl. She's all so Sahi is also a shaper. Like her role within society, I guess, is like, to be an architect of magic, basically.
She's an archmage.
She makes arches really well, so that's her specialty. This isn't really her bag.
Cool.
On the Jadestone thing, so they're a mining and shipping company. They have a few quarries and mines along like the river routes connected to Adelmar, and then some trade camps and mines further south in the desert.
and they're run by this lady named Shadya Jadestone. Allegedly, she's the daughter of some wealthy Ekran merchant, and she expanded to Adelmar, trade capital of the Empire, but far from the actual capital. She's, I don't know, she's pretty, people like her, she's at the right parties with the right people. My brother thinks she's like the greatest addition to Adelan society in years, but I don't know, something about her's wrong. She just appears, money in hand, starts up her company, it's instantly successful, everyone likes her, right place, right time. Something about it isn't right.
Cool. Sorry, Chris, what was that name again?
Shadya, it's spelled, I'll just type it in the fucking chat. Shout out to, I'm almost certain this is Katya. Let me check the top of my doc because it does say it. Shout out to, shout out to Katya Woodtuck for Shadya and Archphoenix for Jadestone. This is a double.
Ooh.
Right. Sahia begins moving away a bit to place her hands on the ship's railing. I have to come clean. I'm not just helping to help. I don't like Miss Jadestone. I don't trust her, and it's my duty as a member of the House Shrimari to protect Adelmar. So if no one else wants to investigate her, I'll do it, and I'll arrest her. And she crosses her arms.
Okay. Loves the enthusiasm, but we'll take care of this, and you'll be there to help us. Sasuke.
Shout out to the $1 donation we got from Uchiha Sasuke.
That's it. I'm here to.
Sahia turns on Chidori's Alistair.
I'm here to kill a certain someone. Definitely not Alistair, is what they said. Very good.
I have one more question before we put me in a box.
Yes, we'll make sure there's air holes for you.
No, not that.
Put down some newspaper for him.
What are we doing once we get there?
Oh, dog.
Wrecking house.
Punching things.
Yeah, are we just going full bore, big jumper, wreck walls?
I don't know what is our technical overall goal they told us to do again? Refresh that.
Basically, our plan is to figure out what the fuck's going on. Who is getting this shipment of spawn? Is it the Shatterers? Is it is it someone else? What the fuck's going on? How did they get access to this shit? How did they know about this shit? Answer all the questions is basically.
So maybe immediately killing everybody might not be the best plan.
Yeah, it might not be the best idea.
We should be trying to learn things, not fight things. But
so my job will be to stay in the box and listen, and then
as long as possible.
Yeah, and if there's an opportunity to sneak out and look at paperwork or try to find anything, I can do that.
Yeah, sneaking is definitely your strong suit.
Yeah, it'll go great.
All right,
Sneak King, the hit video game.
Holy shit! For the what do you call it? Shits and giggles. Are we? I don't want to ruin her fun, but should I be the captain just because I'm the best at rolling all these persuasion and persuasion checks I'm going to be doing?
I mean, you could easily just say that you're the one who's leading the thing, but the pilot.
Yeah, I mean, the captain doesn't necessarily have to pay the person to make the handoff.
Yeah, the pilot, not the captain. Anyway.
So. True. All right, then you can be the pilot. I don't care.
She's like, fuck yeah, and she takes a pair of goggles out of her satchel and puts them on. She's like, yes.
Looking good.
She's the skipper.
It's not too long before 3 individuals approach the ship. 2 of them uniformed in what looks like any standard factory or maybe Smith's uniform, and the last in a slightly more well-kept and proper uniform, something more befitting a merchant, someone in charge, albeit a lot more plain than Sahia's disguise. He steps forward, placing a foot on the gangway of the ship before clearing his throat. A delivery for the Jadestone Company. He speaks directly, asking the question with very little inflection, almost like he's stating it and not asking it.
Yes, I believe we have the 4 crates you need right here.
He reaches into a pouch that hangs from his robes and unclasps it to reveal a badge. No, it's a trademark, a literal trademark, bearing the resemblance of sort of like a gemstone, like that sort of
green?
angularity and facetedness, carved in roughly the shape of a dragon's head. And he like presents it, doesn't say anything, and like clasps it back up. I'm here to inspect the cargo before delivery. The Lady Jadestone will be very upset if her new items for her menagerie aren't in proper order.
But of course, please, you're free to examine. And I assume I've cast a spell before this point.
Yeah. All the stuff we said we did. I'm out.
Cool, great. Just making sure you weren't gonna fuck me on that.
There appears to be a single dwarf in these pots and nothing else.
Excuse you, giant. It's a small giant.
You didn't even put down newspaper for him. What a bunch of assholes.
Yes, this is exactly what Miss Jadestone ordered. One very small giant. How did you know? It was exactly what I wanted for Christmas.
The dragonkin moves his way over to the cages, placing a hand on top of one of them. The one that, Junver, you are in. And he peers into it.
I'll rattle it a little bit.
From your side, Junver, all you can see is piercing eyes, dimly glowing as they look inside the cage. And Alistair, can I have what do you want to do to sell the convincingness of your spell as creating spawn here?
I feel like it's a performance check.
Great,
if that makes sense. Like, I mean, I'm good at that.
I would say
also,
you gotta like puppeteer them.
Yeah. That's a 10 plus 8, 18.
He watches you make spawn like growl or leap at the exposure. Hang on, my cat's knocking my shit over. It's fine. He was just in a box. The dragonkin watches as you manipulate the spawn and make it like growl or like move towards the opening of the cage. And he like backs up a little bit as it gets closer to him. Clearing his throat, he rises, giving the top of the cage like a knock for good measure before turning to you, let's say Alistair. Right?
Oh, when he knocks, I rattle the cage again.
And then he's like,
He's like,
Right, load them up. Let's get going. He speaks before clapping his hands at the two companions he brought with him. You two, assist them. I would like these delivered before the Lady Jadestone has her breakfast.
She sounds awfully chipper.
He like you speak and he just kind of like doesn't respond to you.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm helping put the boxes on the goddamn crate or whatever, the carts, whatever. Fuck this guy. He's an asshole.
He's doing his job. What do you want him to fucking do?
He's being an asshole.
Be nicer when he does his job.
Yeah.
I will say, can I have an insight check? So who else is on Win? Let's go with Win.
Yeah. Win and Junver are the other two inside.
I think we're like flanking Alistair here.
Oh, we forgot something.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not gonna bring it up in case Chris doesn't think of it.
Insight is plus wisdom, so that's a 7.
His temperament seems to have changed a little bit since inspecting the crate. He's still rude, but he's slightly different than he was minutes ago. It's a 7. I can't give you a lot here.
Yeah,
for sure.
As you two, when are you helping Alistair load these boys?
Yes.
As you two are doing that, Sahia approaches the Dragonkin man. Sorry, can I get your name just for our records of who picked up the delivery? And the Dragonkin looks at her and like kind of thinks before answering. Ren Naru. I tend to the Lady Jadestone's investments and interests on behalf of the company, of course.
Is this the patron name?
Shout out to patron Ren Naru.
Nice.
That's why I had to get the name out there. Also, before I read a bunch of shit that has this guy's name mentioned in it.
I was like, damn, that's actually really smart of her to get this guy's name, and none of us thought of it. But no, yeah, you had to do that for reasons.
She like goes over to like help, quote unquote, you guys loading them. She's like, should we ask where he's going?
Yes.
Sure. Hello, Mr. Naru. Are we taking this to the normal Jadestone headquarters?
John Rick, can you roll a perception check while I do this?
Wait, did you say Junver?
Yeah. In response to your question, Ren responds,
I believe we pay for discretion, not questions. If you have further questions, you may direct them to your superiors after my delivery is complete.
16 on that perception roll.
So the goons that are helping lift the crates onto the cart, they're like jostling you the fuck around like nobody's business, not treating this like precious cargo, definitely not treating it like they're aware there is an animal inside of this, allegedly.
Quote unquote animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of brushing your question off, Alistair. Right then, all four secured, let's get going. He gestures to his 2 employees, I guess, to grab the cart and begin to leave with the cages.
I'm assuming they're doing this in like a way of like, you're not following us, this is us doing it.
Bingo, bango, ha ta ta.
Okay.
I'm definitely like trying to be as oblivious as possible, going with them, like loading up, inserting myself.
Listen, I'll follow them and be like, listen, I understand discretion is what you pay for and what you get, but it is also part of my job to make sure it safely sees its destination. I don't have to go inside your building. I just have to see it delivered.
And Sahib pipes in, oh, also it's our cart, we kind of need that back.
Also that.
Persuasion check, Alistair.
And I'm just like basically forcing myself to help them.
You can add a 1 to that from Sahia's help action.
Cool.
Nice.
22.
That's pretty good.
I got a plus 11 naturally to that, so.
Yeah. The Dragonkin man folds his arms and just sort of like nods begrudgingly and goes, very well, help them carry it.
Great.
And I'm assuming you and Win, and I guess Sahia, help them move this cart. This is apparently a cart that 5 people can push. And with that, you guys begin moving through the streets. Sahia sort of like is carefully helping steer, so it doesn't seem like you don't know where you're going. Can I get some checks? Can I get some information on what Ash and Chiron are doing at this time?
Well, if there's a hidden away cabin, I would have been, like I said, just a random object in there. I would like to think it was just like, I don't know, a tree like laying down on the ground.
You were like a potted plant sitting on the fucking
tree laying on the ground. That's really good.
Inside.
All right, so
inside.
they get off the boat. You whip off the combat flaws like you're fucking Frodo. Now what are you doing?
Is there a way to like? Is there an open like window, or could we just like take peek through the door, see if they're like gone, and we probably would have heard.
Yeah, it's a boat. There's like portholes.
Okay, so we just see them moving down the street, all of them at least.
Yeah, they don't appear to be like looking back or checking over their corners or anything like that. If anything, it looks like a routine ass delivery.
Okay. How many people are on the street besides just the cart?
Fuckloads.
Is it? Okay, so I can actually just probably
An
start walking
Assassin's
through the
Creed
street.
crowd's worth.
Okay, I'll just start like walking through the street, like just slow pace, like walking after the cart.
Just to get off the boat without being like spotted, like, you know, descending a boat that allegedly only had 3 people on it. Give me a stealth check.
Okay. 16.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, it's not like that. This isn't like a super hard thing to do. You're getting off of a boat and walking into a crowd. Ash, were you on the boat or were you already hiding?
No, I was outside the entire time, just trying to keep stock of, you know, whether anything suspicious was going on outside.
Okay, I'm gonna say that unless you've already started moving, Chiron is able to easily catch up to you, and you guys can start moving through the crowd, either like a little separately, entirely separately, or together.
We're definitely going to be using some space from each. I'd assume we're going to be trying to keep some space from each other.
Like opposite sides of the street, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like an old. This is a port. It's like an old cobblestone street. There's no real like you have to go this way or that way. People are just kind of going, however. And you guys trail. You continue on, minutes ticking by on your tricks and transformations here, as you eventually begin to approach, I guess, like a more how would I describe it? More like industrial part of town, where as opposed to like, you know, this is the port. This is like where like, you know, factories and warehouses and shit like that are, and like I guess architecture firms. This is a city of builders. Can I? So let's put it this way. After 10 minutes have passed, what is your plan on the illusion front?
I'll also say that you guys threw a tarp over. Actually, I'm not gonna say that you guys did this. I'm gonna say that the Jadestone Company put a tarp over the.
I would be shocked if they fucking did.
We already planned for that because we knew they wouldn't have want anyone being able to see what's in these crates. So I feel like we assumed that.
Yeah. I just want to make the point that they had already planned on doing that. They brought a tarp to put over this shit.
Oh, good. They also didn't want a bunch of spawn being noticeable and tables rolling through city streets.
Yes.
Hey, if I mean, if it gets to be where they look in again, we can figure it out. But I can just use a minor illusion cantrip to keep making sounds and effects to make it seem like they're there.
Okay. As you continue on, can I get a joint stealth check from our two sneaky boys? And can I get a joint performance check from Wynn and Alistair? And I guess I'll throw Sahi in there too.
25.
I'm gonna give guidance to myself and Sasuke.
Yeah, Sasuke needed that, so that's pretty good.
Nice. Shrimari. I'm fucked up so bad now.
Okay, well that's bad
fine,
because
it was
I rolled a
funny.
1 on my d20.
A 1?
I know how that feels.
So that makes 4 plus performance 5.
Oh no.
Well, I got a 25.
Okay, blessings be to Sasuke.
That's still enough.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 passes and 1 fail, so.
Yeah.
And Jason, you said you got a 25?
I got 25, yeah.
Yeah, they definitely did. They definitely are not noticing us because I rolled a 23.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, okay, yeah. Y'all are just any motherfuckers in a crowd.
Yeah, they ain't noticing shit about the two of us.
Somehow between the ship and here, Kyra and Ash have donned big coats with hats and have newspapers.
Wynn is humming a little sea tune.
I'll say for your fail effectively. As y'all are walking, you at some point like trip and you go, oh shit, because you're too busy whistling, and Ren, the dragonkin, looks at you and like is sort of like a little sus, like what's wrong with you, you fucking idiot? But you go back to like whistling and doobadoo, and he's like, all right, whatever, it's nothing. Let's see, where am I? You continue on, and yes, as I mentioned, the illusion has passed at this point. And you arrive at the back of a building, or at least, an entrance to a grand stone building. And judging by just like passive perception level, you can plainly tell this is either a rear entrance or like a service entrance or something of that nature. And a small gate is opened up to let you and the cart with your friend inside into a rear courtyard, which quickly closes behind, leaving Kyron and Ash outside. This seems to be a yard for exactly what you guys are doing here, loading and unloading of cargo. And you can see what looks to be a storehouse or something like it on the opposite side of this small little enclosed area, where 2 more Jadestone Company employees linger by the entrance. And Ren claps his hands at them before they quickly make their way over and start to help unloading the crates.
Are there any, like, windows or something so that we can try to get our friends in?
So I didn't really talk about the layout of Valimar. This is a big like stone city. Rivers run through it. It's like it's got like a river delta that like you can ship stuff all over the world for. That's why it's a trade hub. This building is like embedded into stone. It's almost like a tunnel, like the warehouse that I'm talking about.
It's like my first Minecraft house.
Yes. It's just a long, like the actual building is not where they're taking this in. Like the company HQ. It's like a warehouse that is attached to the building.
Yeah.
The Dragonkin man turns to you now, Sahia and Alistair, and you would almost be willing to say he's smiling. He's excited about something. Well then, that'll be all. I will pass my thanks along to your superiors. Do take this as a merit of your company's completion, and the company will handle payment in the usual manner. He speaks as he opens that pouch of his again and produces a sealed envelope, offering it out to you, Alistair.
So, sorry, there are his 2 helpers that...
A total of 4 employees plus Ren.
So the 2 that came with us, 2 from here.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Also, a question: did Shahia make any indication that this is Jadestone headquarters, or did we in fact go to a separate place? Did she make any indication of that, or did she not say anything?
She hasn't said anything. You probably weren't in range to see the crest he presented, like the trade.
Oh yeah, I would be.
Literal trademark. Alistair, this is
Did
the
they
same.
end up walking?
Okay.
Over 10 minutes, so the illusion has lasped.
I meant just because Sahia said it would take 15
Oh.
minutes to.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, 15, 20 minutes was pretty accurate.
Okay.
Okay, so it could be.
It could
It could be there
might
in the
not be.
headquarters.
Yeah. Okay. Well. And he's just holding an envelope.
Yeah.
That is not the payment, but it's something.
It's like the delivery was completed.
Cool.
Here's your fucking,
Proof of-
here's your 1099.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Great.
I'm gonna need
I
to do something to stay here.
yeah, for sure. I'll take it and I say, hold up just a moment. Let me make sure everything is in order here. And I open it up. I'm looking at it. What is there anything on here that I should be looking at, Chris? Is it the actual paperwork?
So you open it, and he seems very suspicious of that. Like you open it, he almost like moves out to stop you, but then like once you've opened it, he's just like, okay, yeah. It's like a bill of sale, effectively. It's just like, it's just like all the information that would be included in like a regular thing. This is definitely not supposed to go to the guy who delivers it. It's supposed to definitely go to your boss.
Discretion.
Sorry, I know. It's trust me. It's very weird. I had a job 2 weeks ago. They gave me a paper and it was totally the wrong one, and the higher ups were pissed. Almost lost my job over it. Thank you. This looks very good.
It happens more often than you think. Sahia pipes in. Have a deception check. You're once again getting the hell back.
Sure, man.
Another one.
I got a 23. I've plus.
Okay,
I've plus double digits in these.
he's getting more sus of y'all, but like he has no thing to base it on, so he's just like, vibes are off, but okay. He
We're
goes,
getting to that. I think it's time for something big.
What?
during this, they are taking the crates inside of this like warehouse building. The goons who are carrying them are not inspecting them at all.
We're inside the building right now. Yes.
No, you are just outside the building.
I thought we went.
I thought they closed the door behind us.
So it's like there's like a rear courtyard. Like if you've ever seen like the back of a fucking like Walmart or whatever, like where the trucks come to load shit in. You're in a loading dock.
Yeah, we're past the first gate, but we're not inside the building yet.
How have me and Ash?
So for you two, you guys are outside of the loading dock gate. This is just like a back courtyard. There's no like armed guards here, and it's not like it's a real wall. It's probably like fucking 3 feet thick. Right. It's the thickness of the gate. It's just like that's just like a private little area of the company. The gate's like 10 feet high.
I was gonna say, are we able to see who some of the guys who are taking the package look like from how far away we are?
No, I assume we're outside of a gate, so no.
Yeah, it's a solid stone wall and then just like a wooden gate.
Okay.
Go ahead, one.
So they're taking this into an open door to.
They're taking it like into a warehouse, and like it's dimly lit in there. You can't really see where they're taking it to, but like from what you can see here, perception check.
Perception check. Sure. That is 16 plus 7 is 25. No,
from like
23.
Blanket level, it's a warehouse. There's crates and barrels and shit. From here, you can see like there's a lot of like stone and like mining implements, but like beyond that, it's kind of too dark, or like they go to the left, you can't really see.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out how we can stay here, keep going without getting shooed away and chewed out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Speaking of, as always, the Jadestone Company appreciates your professionalism. Please take your cart on your way out and have a lovely day. Ren speaks before turning to walk away.
One more thing. Between you and me, I would be very careful about the handling of them. I know your men were a bit shall we say, unfragile with the goods. Wink. And I think you and I both know they need a bit more of a delicate hand.
Are they through that door yet?
Yes, at least like so here's what I'll say. Like they're taking the crates one at a time because they're somewhat heavy.
Yeah.
I'll say that there's one crate still left out here as this. Kind of like they're walking like fucking.
Which one is Chunbrin?
Let's say the one that's already in there.
Okay.
Make it a history. Make it a history check. Make him sweat a little bit. Make it a history check.
John, roll me a d4. Let's see if you got the same number I did.
Oh no. Okay.
We need to make Alistair make something that's an Arcana check. You were talking about magic? It can't be perception or deception.
Jumper's already inside.
Okay.
Chunbrin's already inside.
Ever Entropy said, I need to know if you said wink out loud. I 100% did. Saying wink out loud is the greatest thing ever.
Wait, didn't you say you were gonna be somebody else, and then you're still using the same?
No. I ended up not doing it. There was no point to.
Okay, but it would have been funny though.
Ren goes inside, and the Shatterers are all at a big table eating sandwiches. And he goes, "Yeah, it's got the German accents outside."
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Hey. What was I gonna say? Roll me a persuasion check, Alistair.
Okay. Oh, baby, that's a 16 plus 11, a 27.
As you're sort of talking about the cargo, he definitely doesn't like that. But
yeah, I know.
As you sort of convey that you're in the know about what's in there, he nods and just goes, "I'm much more concerned about the locks breaking than I am about what the security of what's inside." And then he turns away.
How many eyes are on us right now?
So here's what happens. They finished bringing the last crate inside as you guys are making a real show of getting the cart ready to go as you're stalling. Yeah. And the last two guards, the two guys that were already stationed here, not the guys that helped you carry, they return out front. And as you're fake turning to walk away, can I have a perception check? Alistair, you have advantage on this because it is listening based.
Oh, sweet. Ooh. Even with advantage, I got a 10. My highest roll was a 9 plus 1.
Hey, those good rolls can't keep going forever.
No.
As y'all are milling about, the only thing you overhear is Ren instructing those two employees to stand guard. He says more stuff, but that's all you can make out.
Damn it. And it's two people.
So we've got eyes on us, probably.
Oh,
it's
100%.
Two people.
So sorry. Has essentially the gates that the boxes just went through closed?
So there's no actual gate there.
If we were to do something, would Ren still be able to see us? I guess is what I'm asking.
As far as you can tell right now, yes. If you waited for some time to pass, he might be far enough away, but you have no way of knowing that in this moment.
Gotcha.
And they're opening the back gates for you to fucking leave.
Yeah. Okay, I start stalling. I turn to I turn to her and I'm just turn away and I'm like, do you have the notes for the next delivery? Where are we off to after this?
And I start fumbling around in my
and I say, oh god. God damn it, Charlene! You can't have done this again. You had one job, Charlene.
This is pirate fucking levels of break. Well, good thing we mentioned that. This reminds me so much like this.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm trying to make sure.
Can I have a perception check from Ash and Chiron?
What are we doing? I thought we were just having a smoke break.
Yeah.
I
got 22.
Okay.
Can I see these guys?
No, you hear them stalling.
I got a 12. I rolled a 12.
You guys can't see it, but I'm right underneath my bandages in embarrassment.
Yeah, Chiron, you overhear them blatantly stalling.
So while
Did you say Charlie?
I'm tumbling around and doing this thing,
Charlene is the
I
fuck.
tried to-
Charlie.
Yo, were you trying to use a patron name there?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, that is one.
Then sure.
Shout out, patron Charlene for Charlene.
fantastic.
That doesn't count.
No. You'll get your. That's a common name in Rame.
Can I try to
Go ahead.
stealthily cast a spell?
You don't have subtle casting, correct?
No.
Can
this would
I
be like
ask
a-
Kyrod? Are they pirating it again?
Yes, yes, they are.
Damn it!
Yeah, we gotta. Ash, you have to do something quick. I could maybe knock out one of the guards, but you have to.
Yeah, I know where Junver's gonna be no matter what happens. So I'm kind of,
Oh, well, never mind.
Once Junver gets big, we'll know that's the time. Once Junver gets big, we'll know that's the signal to go in.
Do I know? Does Chiron know that we can tell that he's big? Like, I don't understand. Like,
You'd have
how
no way
that
of
thing
knowing
works.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd
So we
probably
don't know.
hear it.
He's
Yeah.
he's like deep in a building.
Once
How are
we
we gonna
hear
get in?
things going very badly, once I see the location of where he is go from ground level to taller,
In this
I'll know he's gotten big, and I'll know
big brain
that's time
shit.
to go in.
In this courtyard.
Until then, I'm still smoking.
So this area out. There's an area outside where they're loading in, right?
Yeah.
Can I, if I peer over this 10-foot wall, can I like look in, or can I like climb up a little bit?
Yeah,
just to
sure.
see it a
Like,
little bit?
it's not like it's it's not like it's perfectly smooth. You could like.
And I see how many people. I see the two of them fumbling around because I heard them.
The three of them. Kasahi is there too, and
Oh,
you see two
Kasahi,
guards
yeah.
who are like, "What the fuck are these?"
Assuming like
All right, and they're looking at him.
They're looking at
I'm gonna
Alistair
sneak in.
and Win.
I'm sneaking. I'm sneaking into this courtyard.
Stealth check.
Yeah, while they're distracted. Okay, 19.
Okay,
Yeah,
you like vault over the side and like get behind some crates and stuff.
Shipments.
You're,
Yeah, I just
you're
wanna
now
get
in this courtyard as well.
Okay.
Those goons haven't noticed you yet.
Okay.
Hold on, everyone. Pause.
Yep.
Remember, those of you in the crate dimension.
Yeah.
Time passes as your friends fuck around. It's hard to tell how much time when you're in the crate. But once again, you have been loaded and moved around, and this time brought into some kind of dimly lit room. Can I have a perception check?
You may have a perception check. Ooh, that's pretty good. What's that? 22.
Oh, that's very good. So, I'm going to give you a bunch of info here. It's a darkish room, like I just said, and you notice there's crates and boxes. It seems to be obviously some kind of storage warehouse, and from what you can tell, pretty large one. Lots of rows and stacks of crates, barrels, treasure chests, and weapons and armor. And you recognize a bit more, namely an abundance of cages. Some like the ones you're currently in, big, strong, and secure. Others more standard, like what you might place a bird or something more delicately kept in. You also recognize is a strong word here, you see what you identify to be banners on the wall. Some rolled up, others displayed like you might see on like a palace or like an army might use in like a battlefield.
Okay.
Anything on that before I jump back to the outside idiots?
Do I recognize the banners?
History check.
Oh.
History. No, I do have history. That's unexpected. All right. 21?
Whoa.
So, 21.
Day.
You don't recognize these banners, but hold on. You feel like if you had seen them before, you would recognize them. Like, these don't look like anything you've seen across your travels all over, the nations and stuff like that. These must be foreign. Or for something that that isn't a noble house or something like that.
What is like does the banner have like an emblem or a symbol on it that you can describe?
So it's the same rough tealish green color that the banners that made up outside are, but you can't make out the symbol from here. The only thing you can tell is that it definitely isn't the same symbol as the company.
Okay.
And during this time, that the Dragonkin merchantman Ren Naru has entered the room you are in, and is clearly, doing something else and not coming to the cages at this exact moment. Outside in the Goober dimension, the two guards are like, "Hey, what you got? Y'all gotta get the fuck out of here."
So sorry. Vil takes us outside. One more question. And I hate to be such a bother. Doesn't have to be in here. I understand you guys want us out. Safety, security, all that. Do you know a place nearby? And I'm like walking a little bit closer and closer to them as this is happening.
Win, did you want to still try to cast a spell stealthily?
If you'll allow me.
I'll give you a stealth check now.
Yes.
Before you could be cast a spell to see if they notice you doing something.
Yes.
Take it with advantage. He's distracting them.
Do you that's
actually? Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Fuck what I was gonna say. All right.
Do you know a place I could use a toilet around here? I've got to piss so fucking bad.
He's like, yeah, you're gonna want to go down to Marty's on 8th. You should get the sandwiches while they're great. Win, go ahead, cast.
Okay, I think I want to cast Pass Without Trace on myself and Alistair, and if possible, Cameron and Ash, if they're close enough.
You have to have line of sight on that, or does it just say within a range?
30 feet radius.
Yeah, that's fine. You're in range of all these people.
Nice.
Do you want to add Sahi to that?
Yeah, I was just saying.
Oh, yes.
But
what?
Also an interesting choice of spell.
They're looking at us.
Everyone else, you feel magically emboldened.
Okay. How? Let me ask you this, Chris. How isolated is this place? Do you have to deliberately look in here to know what's going on?
Oh, with the gate closed, unless someone did what you did and bolted over the top.
You have to be trying to look in.
Yeah. And so I will say, perception check from Chiron.
Yeah,
perception make the most sense here. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, I got a 4.
This courtyard is very empty, besides these two dudes.
Cool.
Oh, God. And how far away am I from one of the dudes?
15 feet.
So...
I'm gonna close the distance, and when I'm gonna try to sneak up behind him, and I'm gonna stunning strike one of the guys.
Assuming I see Chiron doing this, I cast Charm Person on the other one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Let's go with this. So you're gonna Charm Person the guy who just told you about the sandwich place, Marty's.
Yeah.
On 8th. Chiron.
Do I see? I assume I'm not gonna stunning strike the guy he's charming. I'm gonna I'll even single. I'm I
mean, if I see
it's gonna be it's gonna be obvious.
Do it really quickly, I'm gonna see you behind a crate poking out, about to attack a guy. I'm gonna pick the other
Chiron.
guy.
So you're sneaking around ducking behind barrels and shit.
Yeah.
Can I get a stealth check? You have plus whatever the fuck from plus out trace 10.
Yeah.
So it should be fine.
Yeah. You could get 30s on this one.
22.
Damn.
22.
Okay. Make your attack roll to stunning strike.
Yes. I have to hit him first, technically, but I got a couple of chances of doing that, we'll say.
Speaking so far away from the microphone, it's really funny.
Alright, to hit, it is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, I mean, these guys. These are civilians. They don't
robbers. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he has to pass a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
He'll probably. I mean, if he's an NPC,
roll a 2. He's got +0 because he was born.
He is stunned.
The other guy also has to make a wisdom saving throw.
He not failed.
Thank Christ, holy shit. If he didn't, I was going to be really stressed.
He not succeeded and he headbutts you.
We're going to have to kill him, man.
But here's the thing. When they're charmed, they still see their friend stunned on the ground. That's what I'm kind of like.
Oh, but he regards me friendly. And I'm like, oh my God. Jerry.
I ejected the guy with some...
While I'm doing that, can I shift into a rat?
Classic Win maneuver.
We don't. Hey, Win. I love the gumption, but we have a guy on the inside who is now friends with us for the next hour. We don't need to become rats.
I as this guy's stunned, I like it kind of like the Indiana Jones.
Hold on, everyone calm down.
Yeah.
So you stun this guy, we charm the other guy. You've still done an offensive action. He's not going to be cool with that. You can convince him via charm, but he's not going to just believe you blindly. That's not how charm works.
Okay, fine.
Exactly.
Sorry. This man, you didn't see him earlier. He's easy to miss. He is actually our crew's doctor, and he realized that your friend was coming down with a disease, so he gave him an injection to make him better. Let me roll on it, Chris.
Yeah, persuasion check.
I also have advantage.
We really are fucking pirating this again, aren't we?
Oh, actually, I don't have advantage, but it's still a 18.
He's like, what's going? There's so much information happening at once. I trust this handsome German man implicitly, but that guy just stabbed my buddy. And Sahi goes, Karen, can you just do the thing to him too, please? No.
Sorry. What's your name, my friend?
Chris, are there any good funnies? Are there any good funnies in the newspaper I'm reading outside?
There's a great Heathcliff today.
Oh, that's how you know this is a fantasy world.
Does he have NFTs?
Yeah. Saya goes and cracks the gate open enough that Ash can come in if he wants to.
Good luck convincing.
I need you up to decide what the fuck you're doing, because currently you have a friend inside. You have a very confused guard. And you have a knocked out dude.
Listen,
who will not be knocked out forever.
This man's name is Minky. I'm keeping him in the story as long as I can so I can keep saying his name.
Minky's really tired.
Okay.
All right,
I'm gonna scurry on inside.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Losers.
all right. As soon as I see that the guy's like, wait, what's going on? I just mount this dude and start pummeling
Do
him
another
into,
attack
like
roll.
a pulp.
You're all
I mean, I crit him. I fucking crit this guy over and over again.
Okay.
I can non-lethally knock him out. Like, if you want me, he's gonna be crit over and over again.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll damage.
It's just gonna be damage over and over again.
Wait, on the guy that's up?
No, on the ground.
No, the guy that's on the ground is unconscious.
Yeah.
The guy that's what is happening?
The other guy, Jason. We're killing.
What are you doing? There's 4 of you.
We're killing Minky
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
because Prij hates Minky for some reason.
No, fuck it. Actually, fuck it. Sahia shapers a brick into her hand and clubs this guy over the back of the
That's
head.
fine.
Great.
I thought I was taking care of this guy. I thought I was taking care of this
I poke my head
guy.
out the door. I say, Ash, get in here. We're doing this now.
That's 10 damage. He's unconscious.
Cool.
Fuck's
All right,
sake.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I was taking care of this guy on the ground. Sorry.
No, he's already unconscious. We don't need to do anything about him.
No, he's paralyzed. He's paralyzed. I have to knock him out.
Hey, Chris, have I scurried up to David yet?
Yeah, you scurry into the fucking the warehouse zone, the box dimension. When I'm saying in this moment you don't need to roll a stealth check, everybody else who would like to sneak into the building,
Yeah.
please roll.
And
a stealth check.
I pick up Cool.
Pass without trace.
I pick up Cool Steve's hat and throw it to Alistair and kind of give him like a.
All right.
Sure.
All right. I disguise self. I'm Cool Steve now.
Be Minky.
You should be me.
All right, my stealth check's a 22.
Thank you.
Mine's Mine's also above 20. Who cares?
Jesus, guys, 21.
We got a +10 on this.
No, I'm saying not that. I'm saying who cares?
Let's take a second, reset. Everyone calm the fuck down. Okay. Everyone sneaks into the warehouse. Great. It's a dark warehouse. There's rows and rows of crates and barrels and all kinds of nonsense. So there's plenty of stuff to hide behind. Man disguised as Minky, are you also hiding, or are you just walking straight in?
I would just be, because I don't want people to think I'm like, No, fuck it. I will also be sneaking because I'm sure I'm not supposed to be here, so I'm gonna get yelled at if I do.
He told him to stay outside. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I clarify that I would have hid those bodies, obviously, or like not put them just in the middle of the courtyard, like at least set them behind some stuff.
Yeah, there was
out
like shrubs and shit.
all right, just something.
Sahia fucking made like a bench and hit
Yeah.
them underneath it.
Yeah.
Sure. They're just not in the open. Just want to make sure we.
great.
Okay.
In here, the Dragonkin man moves about the room, and he is inspecting the crates yet again. However, this time he is not looking inside of them. He's dusting? He's like cleaning them and attaching something to them as he like moves around. I guess. Win, how close are you getting to this?
I want to get like. It's just the Dragonkin man now. The other
No,
folks are
it is the Dragonkin and the two goons he had with him
two
originally.
goons.
They are in the room.
Not right, because the other two goons are outside.
And sorry, he's dusting what?
He was like cleaning, like it's hard to tell from where you are, but like he had like something, and he was cleaning the cages off, and then he attached something to them.
Oh.
Oh.
Win perception check. You're probably the closest, so I'll give it to you.
Yeah. I'm trying to get like basically up to him. 9 plus 7 is 16.
He's attaching a slip of paper or like something with text on it to the top of the cages.
Top.
Yes.
I don't have detect magic, so I don't know if this is like a magical seal or something.
Sure.
I wanna fuck him up somehow. I'm just how do I
hold
want
on.
to fuck him up?
Let me because we spent 20 minutes doing bullshit, so I need to read stuff to catch us back up to the plot.
Yes.
Right. He begins. We will prepare these for transport as soon as she has seen them and inspected them. Fetch something to feed them. He begins before the sound of wood creaking far across the warehouse pulls his attention, followed by another voice. I personally would advise keeping your hands away from the cages above all else. You don't see who speaks this, but the three Jadestone employees, I guess, pause at this and turn and look. And emerging from the stacks of crates and boxes for everyone to see besides one Junver who's inside of a box is someone you do happen to recognize. A Shatterer.
Oh,
Fuck.
The Shatterer from the party in Rontmar, who at the time wielded a rapier and was the second to last to escape before Troton was
this fucker.
forced out, effectively.
This fucker.
Oh, shit.
She moves quickly, with that same unnatural quickness she did at the party, similar to TL's, but something about it different or wrong. She approaches the cages swiftly, like shoving Ren out of the way as she peers into the cages one by one. Not starting with Junvers.
How many entrances do we have to this area?
As far as you can tell, 2. The one that you came in and the one they came in, but you can't see where they came in from.
Okay. Which one did? Sorry, I can't see where the Shatterer came in.
Correct. She like stepped into the light, effectively.
Can I try to find it?
Oh, sure. But before we do that, hey, the Shatterer's about to look into the cages.
Yeah, Chris, I would like to prepare. I assume I can tell she's doing this.
Yeah, everyone can see that she's doing this.
Okay. When she gets to my cage, unless the situation changes, I am going to jump and grapple her.
Sick.
Okay.
Unless there's some situation changing thing, that's my plan. Because she's gonna find me out, and I don't know that my team's here.
I'm assuming me, Ash, and Chiron are like aware of what's happening.
Yeah, you're in this room. You can see what's happening.
Okay.
Are you attempting to cast a spell before she looks inside that cage? I'm asking.
Yeah, that is the question.
So she's gonna find Junper.
Then I'll push some boxes or something like that and just make a loud sound on the other side of the room. I'm kind of ISO a little bit. I'll move over and push boxes on the other side of the room just to make some noise or something. Just make like a ruckus over here. Something just audible and loud. So,
Okay.
I'm just trying to make some noises on my side of the room.
Let's go with.
I'll punch like a box over and then like a break. Just something that makes it like if there's like one on top of the other one, like say there's some cargo up on top, I'll push one of the top boxes onto the ground.
Sure, yeah, I'm trying to figure what check to make that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just roll D20. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Oh, I thought they were gonna be just making a check. That's why. I got a 10 flat without you telling me what it is.
So yeah, you make a noise.
I'm just attacking a box, yeah, and pushing it like basically.
Everyone looks over, and like as the noise happens, Ren, the dragon command, like yells at his goons, go check, go fix that. And they scurry off. She's the Shatterer is not getting up from her, like she looks away for a second, but now she's going right back to the boxes.
Gotcha.
Okay. And I'll try to dodge away from these guys as best I can. If you want me to roll a stealth, I can to try to like hide.
Yeah, give me a stealth check to like just move to a different location.
Yeah. Plus 10. 19.
Yeah, so basically, like as they come, you like the the Sam Fishers as they come to one box, you keep behind another.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you actually get a bit closer to this whole engagement. Win.
Yes.
Can I get a actually you're give me a stealth check. I can make you do one last time.
23.
So you scurry and skitter along the floor as a mouse, and rat. And coming from the rough direction that the Shatterer came from, you can tell there is another person here, but they are not revealing themselves. Presumably, this would be the person who did speak a moment ago.
Do I find the entrance?
You find, I'll say like you find like a spiral staircase, but that is where you see the shadow of this other figure. And I'm gonna say you can go up there if you want, but you're definitely going to be very plainly visible if you go further.
So what my plan here is I want to wall off this exit and hopefully this person from whatever's about to happen here.
Can you cast spells as a rat?
I can't. What I can do is unshift and do Horde of the Slime Folk.
Interesting.
But what I want to do is do this so that it's not alerting our Shatterer friend.
No shot.
What I mean here is not do this until I hear a ruckus from Junfer, and then like.
Oh, okay.
That will be my trigger.
If you want to ready to do that, yes, go ahead.
Yes. And when I hear a ruckus from Junfer, I will do this.
Wait, sorry, she's looking in the crates right now.
Okay, like we're in slow-mo, but Chiron pushed a box. Goons came over. She's now like turning back to look in a crate that's totally empty.
Gotcha. Then I will re-up my major illusion inside the box if I can do that.
How far is the range of that bitch?
I actually think it is far. Come on. What does it say? Please. 120 feet.
Oh yeah, easy.
Cool.
Okay. Does a character need to do anything to like perceive that a major illusion isn't real?
Yes. If they have if they have reason to suspect that it's not real, then they can do a which check is it? It seems real. You can't. It doesn't say in this text actually. You create the image. The image lasts for the duration. Seems completely real.
Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion for things that can pass through it. A creature that takes a study action to examine the image can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC.
Okay.
Okay. So, she looks into crate and sees what appears to be spawn. I'm going to say that she's going to study it. She's going to look at it closer.
Okay.
What's that spell save DC? Oh, that's a terrible roll.
16.
Yeah, you got it.
Cool.
So she approaches the cage swiftly, and I mentioned like pushing Ren out of the way. Chiron makes the box noise. The other two goons rush over. Everyone, that would be seen, I guess, just Chiron scrambles. And she makes the check. And she sees Spawn. And quickly rising, she steps back and turns to speak in the same direction she came from. Doctor, subjects confirmed. She speaks firmly in a cold manner to someone out of your view, who, when promptly comes into view down those stairs.
Great.
Oh,
An
shit.
elderly man moves his way into the room. A gaunt and wiry, well-kempt, but something decidedly unhealthy looking about him. And he walks slowly, taking his time as he approaches, as the Dragonkin man begins to speak. Dr. Carmire, I wasn't aware you had been alerted the cargo had arrived. How exactly were you? And the doctor raises his hand and places it on the Dragonkin's man's shoulder, giving him like a pat before brushing past him. Not a matter for you to concern yourself over, Mr. Naru. We're merely in the neighborhood. He lowers himself a bit, looking into one of the cages, rolling to see if it's a jumper cage. It is! And pushing his glasses up the bridge of his nose, he ponders aloud as he's going to also roll that check to... Ooh, what was it?
16.
Ah, you dickhead, okay. He does not suspect.
Thank Christ.
I would have thought that they may have already adapted form in the cages, but perhaps my earlier hypothesis was correct. They might require natural environments to adapt to or from. Safaria, he speaks to the rapier-wielding Shatterer and he claps, and she begins to patrol. Let's see. Give me a stealth check from the Ash Alistair side.
24. Still got that plus 10.
23.
Okay. Pass out Trace's bullshit.
It is. It's very much bullshit.
I mean, it's bullshit
what
when
was that?
Junver's not rolling for it.
What was that about this not being the right spell?
Yes.
We're obviously in hearing range of all this, right?
Yeah, this is like conversation range. Yeah. Yes, and to that I would say, so you guys are moving around as Safaria is like, patrolling. Hey, shout out to patron Safaria for this name again. Ash, you plainly overheard him call this man Dr. Carmire.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep reading. His eyes linger on the cage you're in for a while, Junver. A smile firmly pressed onto that old, wizened face of his before he rises. A shame about what had to be done to get them. I do hate to bring bloodshed into scientific endeavor. But in the grand scheme of our work, a few dozen Shatterguards cut down for 4 prime, breathing, living spawn. Hard to put such a price on research material, I suppose. One of the other Jadestone workers speaks up at this, taking a step back from the cages as they speak. Wait, Mr. Naru, those are spawn? Like real spawn? And the mood of the whole room shifts as the worker speaks, and the Dr. Carmire, apparently, turns to place a hand on Ren's shoulder yet again. Mr. Naru, please do tell me you were not so foolish as to involve some of your employees that were not already in the know. He begins with a cross tone, like a teacher scolding a student that made a stupid error. Disappointed. And it's at this point Safaria stops patrolling and begins to move her way back over towards this main conversation. Ren speaks. You said to make it appear normal, as if everything was... Safaria, spares, please. The doctor interrupts, still holding on to the Dragonkin man's shoulder as the Shatterer springs into action. Her rapier pulled from her side in less than a blink of an eye as she moves from the side of Philo in one motion and has her sword buried in the chest of one of the workers the next. The man's eyes go wide before Safaria withdraws her sword and he crumples to the floor.
Philo releases Ren and turns away back to the cages as Safaria raises her rapier, and down the blade, a bolt of magic shoots out, just as she'd done before in the fight in the ballroom, and it lands in the back of the other worker before they could run more than 5 steps away. Dreadful business, that, the doctor speaks, sighing as he begins to pace. 2 more innocents lost at the cost of the incompetent. No doubt they had lives, families most likely.
Wait, so is there now only 3 people in this room? 3,
Correct.
not us?
Correct.
Alright, Chris, I'm gonna need you to do something for me.
Yep.
Is there... How many feet are they away from me?
Let's go 25.
Okay. If there is a moment where Philo Carmire is 10 feet from either of the 2 other people, you have to let me know that.
Currently, I would say he is 5 feet away from both of them.
Okay. If
Like they're in one D&D space for each other.
If I ever have a human's length gap between him and other people, please let me know.
Okay. Yes, he sort of waxes about, how horrible it was that these humans had to die, even though he just killed them.
Yeah.
And he speaks before the dragonkin shouts at him, making a substantial roar in that low draconic sound. Lost! You killed them! I could have trusted those 2, you old fool! He roars and his hand reaches towards Philo to do something, but before he can make contact, he is plucked from the ground and held high above head with Safaria's hand around his throat. You very well could have trusted them, Mr. Naru, but I cannot. Seeing myself in Safaria is one measure. The spawn, an entire other measure. But all of that without even being under the effect of your lady's magic. Foolish. Foolish and arrogant of you to assume such trust. Even if they could be trusted today, what of tomorrow? Or what of after our business is concluded? Do you think everyone will simply stop asking questions when Atomar is knocked to its knees? I will not be returned to the cells of a Shatterguard prison, Mr. Naru. He lectures in a cold tone before taking a moment, letting out a sigh and placing a hand on Safaria's shoulder and tapping her. That's enough, dear. He speaks, calming a bit as Ren is dropped, his knees heading to the hard floor of the warehouse. But this is not a day to fuss over failures. This is a large step towards our future, Mr. Naru. If you would kindly compose yourself and prepare these for transport to my lab. Have them placed on a regular shipment tomorrow morning. I want them brought as if they are regular equipment, mining material, nothing out of the ordinary. And please, this time do use a crew that we can trust. I would prefer Troton's men or your lady's worshippers, then.
Did I start moving?
No. The Dragonkin man forces himself back to his feet, a hand caressing his injured throat as he speaks, surely trying to force down whatever anger he has in face of fear. And what of your end of the bargain, Doctor? What am I to do when she asks where her weapon is? Safaria stirs at the word weapon, going to once again draw her sword before the doctor clears his throat. No, he speaks to Safaria sharply before addressing Ren. You would tell her the same thing I have told her the last dozen times. Patience. Scientific discovery is not so simple as a snap of the fingers, something that I am sure is foreign to the Resi. Tell her she will have her city, and you will have your dragon, Mr. Naru. For now, you may move to step 14, and once the warlord arrives, we will begin. Safaria, we're going. The doctor speaks before turning and once again stepping out of the view of the cages. Safaria hesitating a moment before following. Ash, this would be your 10-foot gap.
All right. I am Misty. If he is within 30 feet of me, I am Misty stepping directly behind him.
What?
Nothing personal. Kid.
Yeah, this is a nothing personnel kid moment.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you Misty Step. There's no reason. I don't think it's reasonable to say, yo, you have subtle casting. Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to proc that, and I will.
You Misty Step.
out into the open area here in this warehouse. And yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, the alarms go off as far as everyone's like, oh! Not actual alarms, just like everyone's shocked by this. And so you appear within a hand's reach of Philo and Carmire. What exactly do you do the millisecond you land?
I am putting a knife to his throat and telling him not to move.
Okay. Everyone, in a second, like in a matter of moments, Selfaria, as the rapier wielding Shatterer's name is apparently, killed 2 motherfuckers. And then there was a weird lecture bit and some arguing disagreement times. And now Ash has blinked into the battlefield and has a knife pointed to the throat of Philo Carmire.
And I think when this happens, I blow my horn to the slime folk to close off the back entrance.
Yes. So here's what happens. Philo puts his hands up. Rather like instantly, like, oh boy, I'm being kidnapped again. When D Wild shapes and blows the horn of the slime folk, it's like as a like big globule slime entity flops out of it and then like rolls a little bit into the opening of this spiral staircase down, this like doorway staircase, and it grows really big and it's got a big smile on its face and it goes like
Amazing.
I love him.
As mentioned, the slime folk are just really happy to be involved. And what's everyone else doing?
I mean, I feel like at this point it's time for Junver to bust out of his cage.
I was originally hiding. I didn't expect somebody to put a knife. I wanted to learn.
That was the last thing I expected Ashball to do. So yeah, I'm gonna bust out.
Nobody expects Minky to come from the shadows.
Mickey steps out. Hey guys,
It's
package delivery for you.
Okay, let's start with Junver before I talk. Junver, I'm gonna say you have to get big in order to break out of this cage.
Oh, that's fine. I can get big.
Okay. You get big and the cage like ruptures around you. So Faria, the second Ash pulled the knife, like pulled her rapier and was like going, and then you burst up to touch. She's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? Two heroes." And in this moment, Philo, with his hands up and your knife at his throat, Ash goes, "Well, this is very interesting. If you're not going to kill me, I have things to do."